It is very critical in any application to understand how the data model is structured. Data model is a critical component of metadata management, data governance, and data intelligence. It provides an integrated view of conceptual, logical, and physical data model of an application. To a large extent, data modeling also helps to understand the business process. It helps to understand the relationship between entities, which is useful when you want to customize an application, or build reports, or perform analytics. Let us see how the data is organized in NetSuite. NetSuite application follows the relational data model. Relational data model is a combination of rows and columns, where the columns are predefined for each table, and rows of data collected against them. NetSuite has many unique tables at entity and transaction level for collecting the business data. NetSuite data model is structured in a way to have one-to-one and one-to-many relationship. Let us look at the example in this slide. Sales order table is linked with customer master by customer ID field. Once the link is established, the customer ID field will fetch all the details related to the customer in the sales order table. Likewise, the item master is linked with sales order by the field item ID. Once the link is established, the item ID field will fetch all the details related to the item in the sales order table. Similarly, the employee details are linked to the sales order by using the employee ID field. And the sales order is linked with pricing master for pricing and promotion details using the price ID field. Similarly, the purchase order table is linked with supplier master to get the supplier details using the vendor ID field. Likewise, the item master details are pulled into the purchase order table using the item ID field. And the employee details are pulled or validated with the purchase order table using the employee ID details. You can also see in this slide how the credit note table is linked with the customer and the employee master to validate and pull the details using the customer ID and the employee ID details. Let us try to understand few NetSuite terminology. Knowing this will help us as we move forward with the other volumes of the NetSuite ERP Foundation e-learning series. NetSuite Form is a HTML page and is an interface to create, modify, and view records or transactions. The forms contain fields and multiple subtabs. Fields are a place in a record where you can enter the information. The subtabs are a section of the record that clusters field by subcategory. The multiple subtabs in the form help to capture additional details relevant to the master or transaction records. You can customize standard forms based on your business needs and business processes. When you are customizing a standard form, the best practice is to copy the standard form to a different name and do the changes. You can reorganize the subtabs for faster data entry. You can hide subtabs if your business does not need the details. You can rename the fields to match your business requirements. An example of this could be changing the item code in the item master to SKU, called as stock keeping unit. You can provide access to a standard or customized form based on the role and business rules. NetSuite allows you to extend standard forms by adding new subtabs, fields, and records. Let us see what is a record in NetSuite. In NetSuite, you track all the information in your account using records. Each NetSuite record is represented as a page or as a form in the user interface. Basic data appears as fields in the upper part of the page. These are the primary fields in the upper part of the page, or otherwise called the header section. They are stored as a records in the system. More detailed data or related information are captured as fields in the subtab in the lower part of the page. The subtab information forms a separate record. They can be linked to the primary record or they can be independent. For example, you create a new customer record to track address, phone, and email details. Then you link the customer records with contact records to keep track of the individuals you do business with. You can also create records for each of your financial accounts, any items you sell, marketing campaigns, customer support cases, phone calls, events, and more. In summary, any information that you use to conduct business is tracked in NetSuite as a record. NetSuite supports different record types at entity and transaction level. Please use the help topic for a specific record type to get more details. Let us look at what does the menu list means in NetSuite. You can use NetSuite lists to access individual records or to work with multiple records at one time. Lists can also be used to manage entities. Entity is a generic category that includes individual people, place, or companies. Entity can be a customer, supplier, partner, or an employee. The access to the list of records depends on the role you have logged into the system. To access the list of records, go to the Lists tab in the Center tab and select the relevant list. For example, if you want to access the customer, supplier, partner records, you can go to Lists in the Center tab and then select Relationship to access the relevant records. Transactions represent the day-to-day business activities that occur between entities and items. It refers to the movement of money or value. Some examples of NetSuite transaction include sales order, purchase order, customer invoice, supplier invoice, credit note, and more. There are several types of transactions which exists in NetSuite, each representing a distinct type of business activity. You can see a list of transactions under Transactions tab in the Navigation Center. Let us look at briefly what is a business rule and how does it help in formulating a business process. A business rule defines or constrains some aspect of the business and always resolves to either true or false. Business rules can apply to people, processes, corporate behavior, and computing systems in an organization. They are put in place to help the organization to achieve their business goals. A good example of a business rule in an organization makes all orders above $5,000 need to be approved by the MD of the organization. Or, all customer returns need to be approved by the sales manager. It is recommended that all the business rules are well documented. If the organization runs an ERP system, they need to be configured properly for achieving their business goals. It is also recommended that any change in the business rules need to be approved and proper audit control need to be maintained in the system. Having seen what is a business rule, let us now look at what is a business process. A business process is a collection of linked tasks which find their end in the delivery of a service or product to the customer. It can also be a collection of business rules. A business process is also defined as a set of activities and tasks that once completed will accomplish an organizational business goal. Some of the example of business process in an organization includes order to cash, procure to pay, lead to order, offer to retire, and more. With constraints well defined, a good business process can provide internal control, ensures compliance, and provides data integrity.